y'all, my name is Tanny and I love to cook. Welcome to my kitchen. Now we all know that macaroni and cheese is perfect all by itself, and it's a gazillion ways to make it. But when you add seafood to the macaroni and cheese, it transforms into something special. Today we're gonna make shrimp mac and cheese, and I think you're gonna like this recipe. Let's get to cooking. We're going to start off with cooking our elbow macaroni according to the instructions on the package. This is a 16-ounce box. I used about half, so 8 ounces of elbow macaroni noodles. When they're finished cooking, I'm going to drain them in my sink. I run the cool water on the side so it's not too hot going down the drain. I do not rinse off my pasta noodles after they're cooked. I'm going to take my 1 pound bag of jumbo shrimp, that's 16 to 20 shrimp per pound, and rinse them off in the sink. I'm going to peel them as well as remove the legs and the tail. You can cut them in half if you like. Now it's time for me to shred up my cheese. I'm using 3 8-ounce packets of extra sharp cheddar cheese. You could use multiple cheeses, and I do at different times. Today was just all cheddar. Now that I have my cheese grated, I'm going to take a pat of butter to wipe at the bottom of my pan. My casserole dish is a glass 9.9 inch round pan with 3-inch high walls. So adding this butter around is going to give it a nice crisp edge, as well as prevent it from sticking in the pan and add flavor. My 8 ounces of dried macaroni made about 5 cups of cooked noodles. So here I'm going to add my ground mustard for flavor. Next, I'm adding some Tanny seasoning, no salt, because we're going to have Cajun shrimp flavor in this dish. Now I'm going to take my shrimp and add about half of my shrimp to my pasta, and I'm going to save the other half to go on top at the end. Here I'm just mixing it all through. Make sure the seasoning is well incorporated throughout the dish. And now I'm going to add some cheese. I don't think I used the whole 3 packs. I think I used 2.5 packs of cheese. Now I'm going to add milk. I'm going to start with a cup of whole milk. Again, you can use different types of milk like evaporated milk, but this is whole milk. And I'm just going to see how it does. I want to cover my cheese and noodles without having it drowning in milk. So I'm going to add 1 more cup. And that's exactly where I want the level to be. So I'm just going to move everything around to make sure that the cheese is well incorporated around each of the pieces of the pasta. Now I'm going to add some ground black pepper for flavor. I'm adding more ground mustard because I need to season the milk that's going to make a custard as well as the actual noodles themselves. Now I'm going to add my remaining cheese to the top. I'm going to mash it in a little bit, but I definitely want cheese on top. And now that I have everything added, I'm going to add a couple of pats of butter to the top. This is going to add moisture as well as flavor and make sure that the top gets nice and crispy brown the way I like it. I'm going to add foil for the first half of my cooking process. I'm going to cook this macaroni at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. You can see it there. I pulled it out of the oven already, and now I'm ready to fry up my shrimp that's going to go on top. I fried this in butter and oil for about 3 or 4 minutes, just till it's barely pink, because once it finished cooking in the pan, it's still going to raise in temperature, so I don't want it to be overcooked. And here is the final presentation. macaroni and cheese with shrimp inside, as well as Cajun shrimp on the outside. So you can add the Cajun Tony seasoning or leave it off.